Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Welcome to my scripture reflection. This is Joe, and it is Tuesday, May the 9th, and it's already been a very busy day. We get caught up in our busyness, don't we? I go to the gym in the morning, and then there's a routine. I have breakfast, and the dogs are taken care of, and all kinds of things happen. And then actually today I'm going to cardiac rehab, so that's why I'm on here a little bit earlier. So yeah, we have a lot of busyness in our life, and sometimes it really does take away our peace, doesn't it? So with that in mind, let us quiet our minds and hearts, and let us listen to today's gospel, which is from St. John, chapter 14, verses 27 to 31. Jesus said to his disciples, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give it to you. Do not let your hearts be troubled or afraid. You heard me tell you, I am going away and I will come back to you. If you love me, you would rejoice that I am going to the Father. For the Father is greater than I, and now I have told you this before it happens, so that when it happens you may believe. I will no longer speak much with you, for the ruler of the world is coming. He has no power over me, but the world must know that I love the Father, and that I do just as the Father has commanded me." Jesus says, "Do not let your hearts be troubled or afraid." Well, my friends, it's not our hearts that we really have to focus on, it's our minds. And that's why when I start every reflection, I ask you to quiet your minds and your hearts, not knowing that it would be a perfect lead-in to today's gospel thoughts. You see, we oftentimes have our heart in the right place, don't we? And then our mind takes over. And our mind tells us sometimes a completely different thing. Our mind goes in many different directions and can really distract us from accomplishing something that our heart is telling us to do. And it also robs us of our peace sometimes. I don't think you have to think too long and hard to realize what I'm saying is accurate. Just as I started out this day in talking with you, I said that there's so much busyness that goes on. Sometimes we get caught up in the busyness and our mind completely takes us away from our heart, and that takes us away from our daily peace and purpose. So what we really need to do is let our heart take the lead. That's most important. And then connect our heart and our mind. That's the most important thing we are to look at in terms of acquiring a good deal of purpose and peace for each day. This sometimes can be a challenge, and it takes a real good focus to rein us in. And that's where I think we should have what I call a lifeline. The lifeline that's there for us. What is it that we can look at, grab onto, and realize that our heart needs to take the lead? For me, it's a very small cross that's hollow in the top, where I have just a little bit of the cremains of Shelby and Daniel. That's my reminder to kind of rein myself back in. And speaking of Shelby and Daniel and our animal companions, we oftentimes say, how are they so good at unconditional love? Because they don't let their minds take over their hearts. Everything they do is from their heart. Their mind does work, but it doesn't take over and distract them. That's why they're so good at it. So we have plenty of teachers and examples out there for us to love and to respect. Well, my friends, that's my message for you on this Tuesday morning. But before I go, I want to just ask you again, anyone who's willing to help me grow this audience, I welcome you to contact me. I would love the ability to grow this audience bigger and reach out more so that we can really have even more of a positive effect, reaching out to others, helping them in their faith formation each day, and yes, making this a more peaceful, compassionate, and respectful place for all creation. I welcome your thoughts and your comments always. Please reach out to me if you'd like to talk to me about ways to expand our group here. Have a wonderful Tuesday, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.